right, here we go. Sound check from Preston Jim against Century. Sound check, John. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Check, check, check. Sound check number 1.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Hey Preston, looking for a cool spot to chill and grab some awesome food? Head to the Hangout at 23 South State Street. We're not just a restaurant, we're your go-to spot to hang with your family and friends. Pool tables, games, great vibes, and the same amazing pizza you loved from the Slice. Swing by the Hangout today.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website. Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for It's time for more great local high school sports action. We'll join the My Local Radio Sports Network coming up in 20 seconds from Mark. Everything is set. We're ready for another great sports broadcast on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Coming up in 10 seconds from Mark. Enjoy what should be another great broadcast coming up in 5 seconds from Mark. The following is a wholly owned production of Cook Brothers Broadcasting. It's time for Preston Indian Sports. This game is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com. This is the Polar Bear Pregame Show. Coming up, we'll have details on the upcoming game. We'll visit with the coach, and we'll look at the other games going on around the area. It's all on the Polar Bear Pregame Show. The Polar Bear is back and better than ever. Grab some for lunch today or stop by after the game. Polar Bear Burgers and Shakes on State Street at the south end of the city of Preston. And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. Welcome to Preston Gym for senior night, as tonight the boys take the floor for the final regular season game of the year as they play host to the Century Diamondbacks. As the senior night ceremony is going on the floor, as the boys are yet to come on the floor to start the warm-up, so they still have a little bit of time before we get started for tonight's game. And for the Indians, they can come onto the floor with a 16-4 record. They're now 3-0 in the conference as they take on the Century Diamondbacks here this evening, as knowing that they're going to be hosting the district tournament after beating Pocatello last week, as they wrapped up that. So they'll have a game tonight, and then they'll be off for about a week or so before Game 2 of the district tournament comes up. So they've got a little bit of a time off here before they get to play not only tonight, but also coming up next week. Pocatello will still have one more regular season game coming up on Friday night, as they will go to a Century to take on the Century Diamondbacks for their senior night coming up as well. Pocatello 15-5 and Century 5-13 overall on the year. So as the introductions continue for senior night, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Lyle Fuller will join me as we'll get to our news and notes segment. We'll talk more about this game coming up tonight. Also, we'll visit with Coach Jones in just a little bit as well, and we'll look at the other games going on from around the area coming up this evening as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll continue here on the Polar Bear Pregame Show. This is the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Are you looking to buy or sell a home but confused where to even begin the process? Come to the most trusted and longest established real estate group in Franklin County with Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team.
We've been a proud part of this community since 1979 when my dad, Scott Beckstead, began here in Preston. Since our founding, we've come to know the importance of honesty and promoting a community of giving back. Contact me, Bailey Beckstead, and our team at Beckstead Real Estate for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, or renting.
Hey Preston, looking for a cool spot to chill and grab some awesome food? Head to the Hangout at 23 South State Street. We're not just a restaurant, we're your go-to spot to hang with your family and friends. Pool tables, games, great vibes, and the same amazing pizza you loved from the Slice. Swing by the Hangout today.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Killer, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston proud, Idaho strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston proud and Idaho strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston proud and Idaho strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston proud, Idaho strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website. Since 2005, North Star's Ultimate Outdoors has been Cache Valley's source for fun and adventure. It's here you can find the biggest selection of snowmobiles, ATVs, utility vehicles, and handheld power equipment from the brand names you know, such as Steel, Polaris, and Yamaha. The professionally trained staff at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors of Preston has what it takes to get you out on the nation's leading brands. The best deals in the best town. North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. It's where the fun starts. 777 North State Street, Preston. And welcome back to the Polar Bear pregame shows. It's time for our news and notes segment. As Lyle Fuller joins me here, John Beverly back in the studio tonight as our studio coordinator. Don Hubbard is our stage manager here tonight as well. The news and notes segment brought to you by Northern Title. I take that back. I got the wrong card. It's brought to you by North Star's Ultimate Outdoors. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Star's Ultimate Outdoors at State Street at the south end of the city of Preston. I guess I'm not ready to graduate here because I'm still making rookie mistakes.
That's right.
The Indians take the floor tonight, Lyle, knowing that the road to the state tournament is going to go through Preston.
Yeah, either way the game turns out tonight, at worst, Preston would have one loss in the regular season district play, so they will be the regular season district champions. But, of course, you want to win. You're at senior night. You're trying to gather momentum to go into district and state. So the Indians certainly like to come out, play well tonight, and see if they can get a home win here against the Century team.
You know, it's the big emotional contest against Pocatello the other night. Not an empty seat in the house, standing 2 or 3 deep along the railing all the way around the upper level as well. That's an emotional game. How do these guys avoid the emotional letdown?
Well, and there will be some extra emotion, I think, from senior night as well. But, for the longest time, not just in basketball but other sports, Century's been kind of our rival, maybe even more so than Pocatello. So I think the Indians would always get up to play Century, and hopefully we'll play well at home and have that carry through. It is where we beat Century at their gym, though. You do worry about a little bit of a letdown there too. And hey, we already beat these guys at their place.
Right.
Maybe we can take our foot off the gas, which is not be good, because the Century team, although they're not coming in with an amazing record, they're capable. They're a competitive athletic team.
Preston's only lost once, going all the way back to before Christmas, December 20th at Logan. They started their 8-game winning streak, and since then, they've now won 10 out of the last 11.
Yeah, with that one loss being Hillcrest on the road, the number 1 ranked team in the state. And so Preston certainly is playing well, and as we talked about in the last broadcast, the Indians have had a lead in the second half in almost every game they've lost, about every game they've lost. They had a lead as much as 16 against Pocatello. That eventually got trimmed to 10 for the final score. But look for the Indians to try to have a fast start. That's what they like to do, of course, in all these games. And see if they can get the upper hand on Century early on and put it away early maybe.
What has been the key for this Preston team to have the success they've had this year, winning 16 games coming into tonight?
Well, I think Coach Jones has talked about in several of the interviews that the kids really are gelling well together. This team, they like each other. They're buddies on and off the court, and that shows up in the teamwork. As we've talked about, on any given night, anybody could go for double figures. I mean,
right.
Larson's the leading scorer percentage-wise, but almost everybody has had a chance to be in double figures on any given night. And then the other thing that I just point to is the length and athletic ability, from the top to the bottom. It really helps to have guards and wings who are that 6'3", 6'4", athletic guys who can really jump, and I think that's really helped this year.
So the Indians get ready to play host to the Century Diamondbacks. Well, it's time to step into the coach's corner. Brought to you by Evergreen Financial. When planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen in Preston. Set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Now with an office in Pocatello as well. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll visit with Coach Jones. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wheels, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
It's the goal in everyone's life to reach financial independence and security. Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston can help with strategies to assist in those goals. They will design a plan to suit you, whether it be for your family, home, or current or future investments. Evergreen Financial Partners can help with life insurance, long-term life, 401ks, retirement plans, or mutual funds. Contact the experts at Evergreen Financial and let them put a plan together for you. Find them at 41 West 1st South in Preston or go online to set your appointment at evergreenfinancialpartners.net. Evergreen Financial Partners, your first step to financial security. And welcome back to the Polar Bear pregame show as we step into the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Evergreen Financial Partners. We'll talk to Tyler Jones here for a couple of minutes before we get the game going with the Diamondbacks here tonight. You know it's going to come around once a year. It's senior night, and they're all the same. You get to see seniors come and go, but tonight's a little bit different because your son is a member of the senior class this year, and you're going to watch him play what is his last regular season game here on the home floor.
Yeah, like you say, every year, you see him come and go, and you build relationships with all the kids, and it's a lot of fun. The season goes by so fast, and tonight this group, I grew up since second, third grade taking this group around to tournaments and leagues, and had a lot of fun with this group. So it'll be a little different walking out there with them when they call his name and their names, but at the end of the day, it's still a basketball game, and we got to keep that momentum going as we get ready for the district tournament next week.
What's it been like coaching Drew for all these years?
People, unless you're in that situation, it's tough to really explain. Lots of highs and lows, lots of ups and downs. The relationship, watching him, since he's little till now, having him on varsity for a few years. It's been great to see his maturity. I think each year he's matured more and just watch him develop into a better player, and that's been fun as a dad watching that and seeing him interact with his teammates and seeing the success they've had.
All right, let's talk a little bit about tonight. Century Diamondbacks are here in town. You're coming off a big emotional win against Pocatello a few nights ago. How do you avoid a letdown tonight against the Diamondbacks?
Yeah, definitely one of those trap games. We've seen that in practice the last couple of days. Such a high level game the other night against Pocatello. The emotion, the crowd, a battle. And then, since then, a day or two of practice, we've kind of struggled focusing after such a big game. So tonight we need to play well. Especially it's hard. Last week we had one game. This week we have one game. Next week we're not going to play until Thursday and have one game. So it's tough to keep that momentum going when you're practicing so much and waiting. So tonight we gotta find it though, and we gotta get a good start, and we gotta make things happen, and we can't get caught into the hype of senior night and all the distractions that come with that.
This is still a good team. I mean, the couple of times we have played them, it has been a battle.
Yeah, no, Coach Frost does a great job every year. His teams are physical. They're going to execute. They're going to guard you and get after you, and they make it tough. And our first game at Century, it was, we never could slam the door on them. They cut it to 6-7 points in the second half multiple times, and I expect the same tonight. They're going to come and compete, and we got to be ready for them.
How does it feel to know that the district tournament goes through Preston, Jim?
Oh, that's exciting. No matter what happens, these kids battled and they were able to get the district championship in the regular season, and through that, somebody's going to have to come down here and beat us. So we're excited in the position we're in. If you'd have told me before the year started that we would be in this position, get to host the tournament, I mean, obviously you're happy and you're going to take that. And these kids, they battled, and both games with Pocatello, they were just toughness, grit. Everybody stepped up, I thought, that last game, and that's what it takes. And if we're going to win tonight and into the postseason, that's what it's going to take. Everybody doing a little bit, not one guy doing a lot, and that's what's made this team good this season.
Yeah, we've talked many times about the need for balanced scoring going in. And I don't know if you realized it, but you might. I was going through some numbers. Every game this year, we've had at least 2 guys with double-digit scoring. 9 times this year, we've had 3 guys with double-digit scoring. That, to me, is the definition of balanced scoring.
Oh, well said. That's perfect. Yep. And if you look at the games we had, the 3 with double digits are probably the games we probably didn't lose any of those. Just because it's just so much better when you have everybody getting a piece of the pie and contributing. And that Pocatello game, our last game, you looked, Winder, Titan were great in the post. Moffitt came off the bench, gave us some big buckets. Everybody did. Schumann did a great job on Bowie, had some big buckets. Reggie, Drew, all of them. And that's what it takes, and that's what it's going to take again. Tonight's our last regular season game, but it's really the postseason already. I tell them where we only have one game, like we have to stay at that high level and that momentum, and it's just district games from here on out, and only one team makes it, so we got to be playing our best ball.
We've talked a lot of times about the magic of Preston, Jim. The folks really turned out in that game against Pocatello, and they packed the place.
Yeah. You can go to any gym in the state of Idaho, and you're not going to find a better atmosphere than you find here. It's a special place, always has been, and that's why we're so excited to be at home. Somebody has to come down here in our gym, our house, and anytime we're at home, we like our chances.
Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
That's Coach Tyler Jones as we get ready to take on the Century Diamondbacks tonight. We'll take a timeout, back with more right after this.
Magnolia Road is here to bring you the latest trends in women's fashion. We believe fashion should not only be stylish, but also comfortable and inclusive for every body type, with sizes small through 3X. We strongly believe in giving back to our community, and by supporting Magnolia Road, you are not only embracing fashion, but also supporting Preston and West Side activities. Our team is here to help you find that perfect outfit that suits your style and makes you feel confident. Visit Magnolia Road at our new location, 12 North State Street, Preston, Idaho.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
Hi, my name is Penny Wright, born and raised in Preston. I am your local Medicare agent. I am here to give you the knowledge you need so you can make an informed and wise choice for your Medicare needs. Call me at 208-852-2367 if you're turning 65 or have any Medicare questions.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
And once again, welcome back to the Polar Bear Pregame Show. The Polar Bear is back and better than ever. Stop in and check it out for yourself. You'll find them at the south end of the city of Preston on Highway 91. Number of other games going on around the state tonight as we wind our way down toward the final games of the 23-24 season. Let's take a look at the other games happening this evening. Brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Make sure you stop by and find out how much you can save at Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. Other games going on tonight. It'll be Blackfoot taking on Bonneville. Marsh Valley goes on the road as they will be at American Falls tonight. Idaho Falls will take on Hillcrest. Highland heads north as they'll be at Thunder Ridge. Shelley will visit Skyline. Rigby is at Madison. Got a good game here as Twin Falls will take on Minico. Burley will be at Canyon Ridge. Jerome goes to Wood River. West Jefferson will be at Firth. Sugar Salem goes to South Fremont tonight. Raft River is at Glens Ferry. And Emmett will be at Ridgeview. And that's your look at other games around the area this evening, brought to you by Naylor Insurance for home, health, life, and auto. Make sure you stop by and find out how much you can save at Naylor Insurance, 223 North State Street in Preston. Here at Preston Gym, it's senior night, the final game of the regular season for the Indians tonight as they play host to the Century Diamondbacks. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip for tonight's game on KACH FM 105.5 and AM 1340 on mylocalradio.com and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We all have those times in life where having insurance has been a great comfort in helping to make a bad situation better. Naylor Insurance takes pride in being that friend there to help you when you need it the most. Serving the community since 1978, Naylor Insurance is proud to represent a number of carriers to fit your insurance needs. Stop by our new location, 223 North State Street in Preston.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Across Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for Preston High School Sports. Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners, when planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement of Preston Broadcasting LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written consent of Old West Media is strictly prohibited.
All right, welcome back here to Preston Gym. Just about time to play some basketball here tonight as the Indians play host to the Century Diamondbacks. Lyle, what do the Indians have to do to be successful tonight?
I think tonight, get a good start and then rebound the ball well. Keep them off the offensive glass. I think if we can hold Century to 50 points or so, I think we come out in good shape here.
Starting lineup tonight for the Century Diamondbacks. Jordan Wilkinson will get a start tonight. He is a sophomore. Eli Blackhawk, who has always been a tough player, had 15 points in that first game against the Indians. He'll get a start tonight as well. Spencer Payne, the 6-foot senior, will start tonight. He also had double figures against the Indians. He had 11 in the first meeting. Zach Gillespie starts tonight for the Indians as well. I should say for the Diamondbacks as well, as does, and I should have known better. I don't have my light on my phone turned on. I should have known better. Now my phone won't cooperate. There we go. And the final starter tonight is Adrian Gonzalez for the Diamondbacks. The 5 seniors all get a start tonight for the Indians. First, it'll be Coulter Moffitt getting a start. Drew Jones will start tonight. Titan Knapp, Carson Winder, and the only non-senior will start tonight, Lyle, is Reggie Larson.
Yeah, even with the guys who normally come off the bench starting, that's still a pretty darn good starting five the Indians throw out there. And, it's nice for those kids that have practiced and done everything that the team's done all those years, get a chance to start for their last home game here as seniors. It's a nice tradition.
The starting lineup tonight brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. The first quarter of tonight's game brought to you by Northern Title, a trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700. Preston in their home whites, Diamondbacks in their road purples, trimmed in white and black. As they'll play, Preston plays their final regular season game of the year. One of the things that's always been not just the state titles to gauge your success by for the Indians, it's been 20-win seasons. With a win tonight, they can still reach 20 wins.
Yeah, that during the district tournament, potentially, depending on how that goes. And that's hard to do in high school. And anymore in college, 20-win seasons are not quite as uncommon. But
Larson jumps for the Indians and controls it in the backcourt, back to Drew Jones. So the Indians going from right to left across your radio dial for those listening on KACH here this evening. And if you're watching on My Local Radio, we welcome you as well. Larson with three from the left corner. Good. So a quick start here for the Indians on senior night as Larson, the non-senior, by the way, hits the three as the outside shot down at the other end put up by Blackhawk is no good. As the rebound comes back outside, it's put up there by Gillespie. That's no good. Still a loose ball in the backcourt for the Indians. Roll around a couple of different players. It'll be a held ball, and it's going to stay with the Diamondbacks in the front court.
That was a pain for Century, creating an extra possession there. That offensive rebound try.
Century comes in 5-14. They've had a difficult season, but I got a chance to talk to Coach Ryan Frost before the game tonight. But he's still very positive about his team and looking forward to not only the district tournament, but also to coming up next season as well.
Yeah, he's been there a while. He's had a lot of success at Century. Good coach.
Indians back with it up in the front court again. Tried to get it to Jones. Has to go up to keep it from going into the backcourt. Save it to Larson. Swing it back over onto the left side. Moffitt for three. Coulter hits that. Pair of threes by the Indians. They lead 6-0 a minute into the game.
That's that quick start we were looking for.
Gillespie trapped along the sideline. Has to force his way through as it comes to Blackhawk. Blackhawk holds up one finger, waiting for the defense for the offense to set as it comes to Gonzalez. Gonzalez back out top and swing it all the way back over onto the right side. Blackhawk takes the three. It's no good. Tapped out of bounds. It's going to stay with Century as the Indians touch that. Nope, now they're going to reverse it. As the outside official said, you got it wrong, as they'll give it to the Indians.
So 2 trips down, 2 assists, and 2 3-point baskets for the Indians. That's a great start. Drew Jones will bring it up against the zone again and see if the Indians can shoot him out of that zone defense.
Larson, or I should say Jones has it in the left corner, back out top to Larson. Moffitt has it on the right side, back to Larson again. Doesn't take the shot. Moffitt back out top. Larson again at the top of the key. Wants to drive. Moffitt from the right corner. No good. As there's Winder with a big rebound outside. Put it back up. That's no good. Tough shot for Winder as he couldn't get it quite to go down. Blackhawk back up in the front court. Gillespie from the right corner. No good, and when a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, we're going to get a push. Somebody pushed Larson right in the small of the back on the rebound.
That someone is the sophomore Jordan Wilkinson, his first team foul against the Diamondbacks, as the Indians will have the 6-0 lead, and they'll bring it up with 5:40 to play here in quarter number one.
Diamondbacks going small here in the early going. Wilkinson, the only starter taller than 6 foot, it looks like.
Swing it back over to Moffitt again from the left side of three. That's no good again. As the rebound pulled down by Gonzalez. Check that. It's actually Payne who has the rebound up into the front court. Back to Blackhawk from straight away. That's no good from the three. Larson has the long rebound there. Still 6-0 Indians as they bring the ball back up the floor. As it comes to Jones straight away, he'll pause for a moment and listen to Pops to get the play. Back to Jones from Larson. Comes back over to Moffitt on the left side. They'll again work it back to Larson over on the right side again. Tries to penetrate, can't, as Century in a pretty tough-looking 2-3 zone defense. Make the Indians shoot over the top of it. As Winder from inside doesn't draw iron, as that's going to be a ball tapped out of bounds by Winder, looking for the rebound, and it's going to come back over to.
Get a foul on Winder. Yeah.
Okay, going to foul on Winder too. I missed that.
A little frustration foul going for the offensive rebound.
So first foul against the Indians. 4:40 to play here in the first quarter. 6-0. They have the lead as the runner there by Gillespie's no good. As the ball comes back outside to Larson up on the front court. It comes back to Jones on the left side. As riding him all the way from on the hip there is Gillespie, and Gillespie will draw the foul. I thought it was interesting the comments of Tyler Jones talking about Drew in the pregame show, and this being senior night and what it's been like to coach his son.
Yeah, and as he said, it's hard if you haven't been in that position, which I have not, but I'd have to imagine there were a lot of ups and downs, like you said, and he's been coaching this group since they were second graders.
Moffitt, 3 from the left corner again is good. Coulter's got a pair of threes. Titan Knapp into the game, or back into the game, I should say. As here comes driving again, is kicking off into the corner. There's a three-pointer by Wilkinson. As he hits that, and he gets the Diamondbacks on the board. It's Preston 9, Century 3 with 3:50 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, about the 4-minute mark. I think you'll see the normal starters probably start to trickle in for Preston.
Here comes Harris and Schumann as well, just as you say that. And a two-pointer from straight away by Reggie Larson. He's got 5 here in the early going. It's 11-3 with 3.5 to play in the first quarter. Gonzalez into the front court. Give it off to Gunter into the corner there. Wild shot put up by Payne. And now the pass, try to get it back outside to Blackhawk. Goes off his hands. He couldn't control it, and back into the backcourt. So we're going to get we'll get Schumann and Harris back onto the floor. Get the regular starting 5 out there now as the seniors pin Preston to a 8-point lead.
Yeah, great start. Moffitt, 6 points in the early going for the Indians.
Larson has it, right corner 3. Needs a bounce, won't get it. There's Knapp with the rebound, tries to go back up, and he's fouled. Foul's going to go on Kevin Adamson, their 6'4 senior. That'll be his first. Third on the Diamondbacks, and Titan Knapp will go to the free throw line. Knapp, who's had an up and down year, as he makes the first here. Had 8 points in the last game against Pocatello, but he's had a high game this year of 10, and he's been right around that area most of the year.
Yeah, we knocked both of those down confidently.
And a whistle. We got a little kids football that got loose.
Okay.
As got a bunch of kids running around over in the corner there, and it got loose and not onto the court. Remember, it's just a kids game.
Yeah. Yeah, can't have that. That's a safety issue if that rolls out there and someone twists an ankle or something.
All right, so back up in the front court. Gillespie has it in the right corner here for the Diamondbacks. Comes back out to Blackhawk, back to Gillespie in front of the Preston bench. Looks inside, can't go there. Comes back outside to Gunter, top of the key. Now back to Blackhawk on the left side. 2:45 to play in the quarter as the clock runs. Gunter wants to drive baseline. Shot is wild. Knapp able to pull down the rebound on the air ball. And again, here comes Larson back up at the front court. He'll pull up for one of his own. That's no good. Knapp battles for the rebound, but it's taken away there by Adamson. As back up in the front court again, it comes back to Gunter. Gunter looks to get it to Wilkinson, can't, so he'll go back to Blackhawk again, back over on the left side. And now back to Wilkinson again. Gunter has it, free throw line extended right. Now back up top, swing it all the way back to Wilkinson. Still can't get a shot. Clock runs down inside at 10. Driving is Adamson, off the glass, no good. Tapped inside, but pulled down by Knapp, gives it off to Jones. Drew hustles the ball back up in the front court. It comes back to Larson. Doesn't take the three. Outside, he'll give it to Harris. He'll take it and hit it. Cruz Harris hits a three. Preston up 13 here in the first quarter. And Coach Frost wants a timeout for Century. Timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Ladies, remember to stop in and improve your look today. Magnolia Road, 12 North State Street in Preston. This is the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Preston out to an early lead. Thanks to a barrage of threes, they lead it by 13, 16-3. With 1:40 to play here in the first quarter. Gillespie looks at a three of his own. That's no good. Harris with good position, got the rebound, had it ripped away from him. And Knapp able to chase it down in the corner, gives it back to Harris. Now he hustles the ball back up into the front 47 feet. Into the right corner it goes to Schumann. Wants to turn on Gunter and can't. And so he'll give it back outside to Jones. 1:20 to play here in the first quarter as Jones backs out. Give it back to Schumann. Free throw line extended right. Up against the sideline. Down low it comes to Harris on the right block. Skip pass. Comes back over to Jones in the left corner. Back outside to Larson with 5 seconds on the clock. 3 on the shot clock. Harris will take a three from the left corner this time. No good. But Schumann not able to get to the rebound as Gunter had gone down in front of him and kind of blocked him out, trying to get back up off the floor. As it comes back to Gillespie again, less than a minute to play in the quarter, down to 45 seconds. Wilkinson holds it along the far sideline, drives, tries to go up. Harris got a piece of it, knocked it back down. Comes back to Schumann. Here comes Schumann up into the front court. Jake gives it off, comes back to Jones. Larson again from the left corner, no good. As they'll chase it down into the band. It stays on the floor. Gillespie grabs it, gives it to Blackhawk, who wants to drive, goes up against Harris and puts it in. So Eli Blackhawk able to put it in. Just 15 seconds to go here in the quarter. It's 16-5. Preston still leads by 11. Back to Jones with 10. Shot clock is off. Comes back to Schumann. So Preston will get the last shot. Shot down to 4. Harris shoots from there, no good. Rebound is off, but a foul as Knapp got fouled going for the rebound, as it was Gillespie who kind of got into his ribs and kind of carried him off out into the out-of-bounds area to keep him from holding the ball. It's going to be a second foul.
Yeah, now let's see if Preston can do anything with .3 on the clock. I think that's just long enough for a tip.
Schumann will bring it in. It's going to lead some type of a lob here. Comes back to Harris. He'll put it up, and it's no good anyway. So Preston with an incredible first half, thanks to the seniors and a lot of three-point hoops, as they'll lead 16-5 after the first quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll go to the second on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care for You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, show times, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
And showing this week at the Worm Creek, it is The Jungle Bunch, a fun animated family movie from Viva Pictures, rated PG-13. For showtimes, tickets, and other information, check out their website, wormcreek.org. There, if the movie guy ever wants to retire, I may have another gig.
That's right.
Second quarter brought to you by Butterfly Express Essential Oils. Remember to use the code KACH10 for 10% off their regularly priced items. You can shop online at butterflyexpress.shop. Harris has it as the Indians have the ball to start the quarter inside to Schumann. He just flips it up at the basket and gets his first points of the night.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Indians try to work it inside a little more here in the second quarter with Century not really having a rim protector, a big guy down there to block shots.
Century struggled through the year. They only average about 45 points a game. Preston just over 60 points a game on the year. Blackhawk has it out top. Wants to dribble the ball down to the right side. King's on the angle right. Gets it back out top to Wilkinson. Back to Blackhawk again. He wants to drive. Pull-up jumper from near the baseline. That's no good. Touched a couple of different times. It's going to go off of Harris and out of bounds. It'll stay with Century.
And Blackhawk using his quickness to get into a jump shot, but then he just couldn't convert it. Now what are we doing?
Not sure. He's coming over to talk to the folks here at the scorers table. As I think I'm going to bring the other official over. While they do that, it gives you a chance we can talk here for a second. Elias Blackhawk is such a great athlete, football player, basketball player. He's a baseball player, too. He does just about everything for Century Sports. But he's not the only Blackhawk that's gone through there.
Yeah.
No, the Blackhawks are a great family tradition in Century athletics.
And I haven't followed with Eli, but I imagine he does have some college opportunities in one of those sports. Definitely an athletic kid. You can certainly tell that. No, shot clock violation on Century.
They started to reset the shot clock and then didn't. So they had 2 seconds to shoot, and I don't think anybody noticed that as the shot clock ran out, so the ball will come back over to the Indians anyway. So Schumann, as Winder goes up to receive the pass, and he's shoved in the back. So that'll be a foul. That's going to go on Spencer Payne. That'll be his first. First on the Diamondbacks here in the second quarter. 1 minute gone. 18-5. Preston leads by 13. Get it into Winder. Back to the basket. Into the paint. Kicks it back outside to Schumann. He tries to come baseline. Gets cut off by Blackhawk. Back to Winder. High off the glass. No. Gets his own rebound. No. As it's Payne to pull down this rebound and gets it back up in the front court. Wants to go right down the middle. Runs into Winder. And Winder's going to draw the blocking foul. As they will call it a shooting foul. Nope.
They didn't count the basket.
They called the basket. They didn't call it on Winder. They called it on Harris.
Oh, Cruz. Interesting. Okay.
So it'll be a shooting foul nonetheless, as Spencer Payne will go to the free throw line, trying to complete the three-point play after he scores his first bucket of the night. His free throw is no good. Rebound inside by Adamson as he puts it back in. So a 4-point trip for the Diamondbacks, and Jones wants a timeout as well. Just a minute and a half gone in here to the second quarter, as we'll take a timeout. Preston leads 18-7. Again, the timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Check them out, ladies, at 12 North State Street in Preston. This is the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're an athlete looking to treat strained or sore muscles, a multitasking mom seeking balance, or just looking to boost your mood and nutrition, Butterfly Express is here for you. Experience the soothing scents and holistic benefits that cater to both your body and mind with our wide selection of essential oils, herbs, and supplements. And the best part is, unlike other big brand companies, Butterfly Express is affordable and local. Visit us in Clifton or explore our collection online at butterflyexpress.shop and use the promo code KACH10 for 10% off all regularly priced items. Quality doesn't have to be expensive. Butterfly Express Essential Oils.
All right, Preston has it after the timeout. They get it back up in the front court. Their lead cut to 9 as they get it back down low on the baseline to Harris. Try to force it inside. Had it knocked away, and now a foul again against the Indians. As foul's going to go against Harris. And it'll be Cruz. It'll be his second. Tried to reach in and take the ball away after they got it from him on that inbounds pass. As Titan Knapp, Reggie Larson back in here for the Indians. So it's Moffitt, Jones, Schumann, Larson, and Knapp on the floor here for Preston. 6:15 to play here in the second. 18-9. Preston has the lead. Spencer gives it to Wilkinson. Comes back over to Gonzalez on the right side. Back out top to Blackhawk. Wilkinson holds it there. Free throw line extended left. Back to Spencer Payne. Blackhawk again wants to drive. Gets cut off. Kick it back outside. Adamson makes the contact and puts it in. Nice shot. So the foul's going to go against Knapp. That'll be his first. Third against the Indians here in the quarter. And Adamson again will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play. Nope. No, they didn't.
I thought that's what they called too, but I guess
he said the basket counted. And now it's a traveling violation here against Gonzalez. I mean, was I seeing things? He motioned the basket was good.
I thought I saw the same thing.
So no basket for Adamson. It stays 18-9 in the offensive turnover for Century, and Preston gets the ball back.
Drew Jones has yet to attempt a shot here tonight, Dan, and we'll see if they can maybe get him going a little bit.
Comes back to Larson. Schumann back outside to Larson. Comes across the free throw line. Kicks it back to Moffitt in the right corner. Back to Larson again. Jones heads to the left corner, but they don't find him over there. Back down low as it comes to Knapp. Missed the layup. Gets his own rebound. Put it back up. Now it's good, and now he's fouled. This one will count, as the foul is going to go against Zach Gillespie, and that's going to be 3 on him.
Well, that's big. He's certainly their tallest starter. And he may have to take a seat here. We'll see what Coach Frost decides to do.
Yep. Going to have to get him out, as I believe that was Adrian Gonzalez who came running back onto the floor. So Knapp tries to complete the three-point play. Can't. Gonzalez has the rebound. Preston leads 20-9, 5:24 to play here in the second quarter, as Blackhawk draws the contact and then hits the little fall-away jumper. That's a good shot. If you can do that, throw your body into somebody, then you get yourself a little operating room. As Knapp tries to throw the pass, that Adamson gets a handout and taps it out of bounds.
Century stayed in that 2-3 zone essentially the whole first half here. The first quarter, Preston was hitting the threes, and second quarter, not as much here.
Outside, it comes into Larson. He holds it there. Across the top of the key, gives it to Jones on the angle left. Drew listens to the instructions from the bench. Now he'll pop that three you talked about. Lyle, no good. Schumann with the rebound, able to put it back in. Schumann's got 4. Kason Bryce is going to come in for the Indians here in just a minute. And there's the whistle and reach out, a holding foul by Schumann. Jacob's going to draw his first, and that's 4 on the Indians. They're out of fouls with 4:45 to play here in the second quarter. Moffitt's going to go out, and Kason Bryce will come in.
Yeah, Bryce's first action of the night here on varsity. Played a lot on JV.
Blackhawk gets it across the timeline. Pulls up with Schumann right inside his shirt, and gets it off as it comes back to Gonzalez. Back across the top of the key. They'll swing it back to Blackhawk on the left side this time. Still trying to find an angle to shoot. Gives it off to Gonzalez in the corner. That's no good. Jones with good position in front of Gunter has the rebound and brings it back up into the front court. Larson in the left corner. Down inside. Knocked away from Schumann. He has to go and get it. Now back outside to Jones again as the clock runs down to 4:10 to play here in the quarter. As Bryce has it on the angle right. Back to Jones, now back to Bryce. Tries to lob it inside. It was deflected and then taken away as the pass intercepted by Gunter. Back to Blackhawk in the backcourt as he'll bring it across the timeline. 3:50 to play in the first half. Preston leads by 11, 22-11. Their biggest lead of the game was 13 back in the first quarter. As Blackhawk again, top of the key, shoots from there. That's no good on the three. Knapp with a great sprawling rebound, gives it off to Larson back up in the front court. Bryce has it in the right corner. He'll bring it back up to the top as it comes back to Larson again. Jones again yelling out instructions from behind the team from over at the bench as Drew Jones holds it there on the angle left with 17 on the shot clock. Tried to bounce it inside. It's off the hands of Schumann, taken away by Blackhawk. Get it back to Gonzalez. Here comes Gonzalez up the floor. He's returned into the right corner, gets it outside. Wilkinson for a three is good. And Jones again wants a timeout as the offense seems confused at the other end. 3:05 to play in the quarter, 22-14. The Indians are on top. And the timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road at 12 North State Street in Preston. This is the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
Hey, Lyle, did you know that the Polar Bear is back? Polar Bear Restaurant at the south end of the city of Preston on Highway 91.
They are there and open for business.
They are. Stop in for lunch or maybe even after the game tonight. Again, south end of the city of Preston on Highway 91. Into the corner it goes to Larson. Back outside to Bryce. Swing it inside to Harris. Back to Larson. A three from the corner is good. Larson's got 9 here in the first half, and Preston's lead is back out to 11, 25-14, as the Blackhawks turn it over. As they get it back up in the front court, Bryce for a three of his own. That's no good. As a rebound foul inside. As
we're going to get Gillespie again.
Wilkinson.
Wilkinson.
They called it on Wilkinson with push-off as he went up for the rebound. That's going to be his second, third on the Diamondbacks. And Preston has the ball, baseline front court with 2:4:34 to play here in the first half. As Spencer Payne will be back in at the next whistle here for Century. Larson has it, top of the key. Looks, and hold on, we got a whistle and an offensive foul. Offensive foul.
Schumann with the moving screen, they're saying. But
Schumann, or they called it on Harris. Well, they called it on Cruz Harris, and that's 3 on Cruz here in the first half.
Wow.
It's an offensive foul, but they will not shoot. But that's 5 fouls on the Indians.
So
and they're going
to
have to get Harris out of the game as Knapp will come back in.
Yeah, the last 2 trips down, though, Indians done a much better job attacking that zone with some purpose, with some authority, instead of just kind of leisurely passing the ball around the perimeter.
Blackhawk tries to drive past Schumann and reaches out and holds him, and that will be free throw time. As Blackhawk's going to go shoot a couple of free throws as he walks his way to the free throw line. Stokes Market, True Value brings you tonight's game with the freshest meat and produce you'll find not only in Preston but in the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. So here's Eli Blackhawk to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2, and the first one is good. For Blackhawk, that's 5 points here in the first half, and Preston's lead is 10 as Schumann now comes up. Schumann has a pair of fouls, so he has 2. Harris has 3. And Blackhawk back to the line again. His second free throw is good again. So 25-16, Preston's lead is 9 with 2:25 to play in the first half. As Jones back up into the front court to Bryce, now back to Jones, swing it back to Larson, back to Jones. Now go back to Bryce. They're just kind of probing as that pass is kind of telegraphed, and Blackhawk knocked it away but then couldn't control it. It comes back to Larson, free throw line extended left. Lob it down inside to Knapp. It's a bad pass over his head, taken away by Payne. Payne runs over Moffitt, no call. Picked up there by Gunter as he gets back up in the front court. Blackhawk in the corner. It goes there. Shot by Billings is no good on his first shot of the night. And Jones has a rebound, and he'll bring it back up into the front court quickly as it comes back to Bryce on the right side. Down to Moffitt, back in the corner, back to Bryce. He'll kick it again back outside to Jones as Tyler Jones continues to shout out instructions from over at the bench. Drew holds it there, gets it back to Bryce. Skip pass comes back to Jones. Off his hand and out of bounds. Preston has a 9-point lead, but everything they're doing right now seems to be wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like they're playing very well here in this second quarter. They took a 16-5 lead into the second quarter, but haven't played particularly well here in this second stanza.
They've been outscored 11-9 in the quarter. As back out top, Gonzalez. 3-point put up there by Gunter. That's no good. Winder back into the game, has the rebound for the Indians, wants to drive back up in the front court, gives it off to Moffitt. Moffitt back out top, back to Jones. One senior to another. Jones takes it back on the right side, free throw line extended, now brings it back out to the top, gives it to Larson, now back to Jones again. Jones will give it back to Larson, free throw line extended left, now into the left corner to Jones. Tried to get it inside, Century deflected the pass, and it's picked off as here comes Gonzalez up the floor. Gives it back over to Payne on the angle right. Comes across the free throw line, doesn't shoot. They'll get it back to Gonzalez, back to the top of the key. Just 33 seconds left to go in the quarter. Blackhawk for three is good.
Nails about a 24-footer there. That was a long three right in front of us.
Leads down to 6, 25-19. 20 seconds to play in the half, and the shot clock is off. Clock now down to 14 as Jones will just hold it and let the clock run. Down to 9, 8, 7, still just inching his way forward. Blackhawk comes out to meet him. Back to Larson, a 3 to beat the buzzer is no good, and that's the way that the half will end. Not a good half for the Indians, but they scored 25 points. It's 25-19 after the first half. As we'll come back and we'll talk about this first half and how it went for the Indians. It'll be time for the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report. We'll get to that coming up after the break. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
Calling all cookie lovers. Crumble, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, has fresh new flavors weekly. Until Saturday, enjoy mouth-watering specialty flavors and warm chocolate chip cookies made fresh daily. Crumble is open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. to midnight on Friday and Saturday, and are closed on Sundays. Savor the flavors before they're gone. Order today.
Step into a realm of beauty and sophistication at Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Immerse yourself in the gentle radiance of our exquisite and popular candles, filling your home with captivating fragrances that embrace the senses. Bring refined tranquility into your home and elevate your connection to harmony through our exquisite decor, all while staying here in Franklin County. Elevate your living space with the allure of Day Mountain Ranch Home and Apothecary. Visit us today on 10th North Main Street in downtown Preston.
And welcome back here to the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report as you get a look at the Fidels performing on the floor. Crown District Champions again last weekend.
Yeah, it's great to have the band here, the Fidels here. Great crowd again tonight. We talked about, mostly full here tonight again, and great atmosphere for senior night here for the Preston Indians.
So the Indians get off to a fast start on senior night as they shoot the lights out in the first quarter. But then things kind of went south in the second.
Yeah, they kind of fell in love with the outside shot a little too much, and were trying to work it around the perimeter to get a good shot. Got a little lazy, a little sloppy with the passes. Century will play good defense, and we talked about that. They're not particularly tall or long, but they're sticky on defense, and you can't just be casual with those passes. You saw several times if one of our guys made kind of a little lollipop pass that got picked off, they'd take a seat on the bench for a minute and then think about getting back in there and throwing it with some authority. So, in the second half, I think they'll look to cut down the turnovers for sure.
In the second quarter, Century kind of woke up a little bit and realized that Preston wasn't messing around here on senior night. They scored 14 points in the quarter and cut the lead down to 6.
Yeah, that's a great quarter for Century. Blackhawk was effective in that quarter, hit that long three right there towards the end of the quarter. And so Century goes into the halftime with some momentum on their side the way they finished that quarter.
So for the Indians, they'll look to regroup and come back out and get ready for the second half, as this is the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report. Puppy Steps Training is an 8-week board and train program designed to give your puppy a head start in life. Wouldn't your life be better with a well-trained dog from Puppy Steps Training? We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll look at the numbers from the first half as Lyle and I return after this timeout on the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Crumble Cookies, the nation's fastest growing cookie company, is here in the Cache Valley, offering freshly baked cookies for carryout, delivery, or curbside pickup. Just download the Crumble app or visit their website.
At Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, we aren't just protecting things with walls and wills, we're protecting people, because everything and everyone that is important to you is important to us. This is Brittany and Braden Smith, your local Farm Bureau agents, celebrating another wonderful year here in Franklin County as your trusted insurance advisors. Whether it's home, auto, life, commercial, or farm insurance, we are here for you. Give us a call at 208-852-2364 or just stop by our office at 33 South 1st East in Preston to see how we can make insurance simple for you.
If you haven't been to Woodward's Country Store lately, you are missing out. As proud supporters of Westside and Preston High School athletics, we're here to fuel your day and support our wonderful community. Fill up your tank, grab a delicious sandwich, and get everything you need for life's little adventures. Woodward's Country Store, where convenience meets quality and community spirit.
Hey, coming up tomorrow night, the Preston Lady Indians will be back on the floor in district tournament play as they will go back to Pocatello High School and face the Lady Thunder in Game 4 of the district tournament coming up tomorrow night with an overtime win last night against Century.
Exciting time for the district tournament for the Lady Indians. Love to see them steal one at Pocatello, so we certainly wish them the best tomorrow night.
All right, time to look at the first half stats brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance and the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance at 208-852-2364 as the kid just made a half-court shot in the shootout here at the halftime.
Crowd goes wild. A twisting, turning off the backboard shot, no less.
Nice job. As don't want to give Farm Bureau Insurance a call. Stop by their office at 33 South 1st East in Preston. For the Diamondbacks in the first quarter, Jordan Wilkinson had 6. It was 9 points for Elias Blackhawk. 2 points for Spencer Payne, and 4 points in the first half for Kevin Adamson, and that was their total of 19 points.
For the Indians, Dan, as we talked about, they were leading 16-5 at the end of one, and then the halftime score is 25-19 in favor of Preston. Group scoring, the Indians go 4 for 10 on twos, 4 for 14 on threes, and 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Individual scoring, Cruz Harris had 3 points. He came in and hit a three-pointer, and that was his only scoring in the first half. Drew Jones did not score in that first half. He went 0 for 1 on threes. Titan Knapp scored 4. He had a couple of free throws and a basket. Jake Schumann with 4 points on 2 for 2 from the field. Reggie Larson had 8 points. He goes 1 for 1 on twos and 2 for 6 on threes in that first half. Coulter Moffitt really staked the Indians to a good start with a couple of threes in that first quarter. He got 6 points. Carson Winder played and did not score in that half, and Cason Bryce played and did not score in that first half. So the Indians with 25, which would be below their season average if they only finished with 50. So let's see if the Indians can get the offense going a little more in that second half by a little more crisp movement and attacking that zone rather than being a little more passive in the way they're going about the zone.
We'll pass along one score to you from down south in Utah, in the Cache Valley area. Logan leads Skyview tonight, 41-35 after 3 quarters. So a pretty good game going on down there tonight as well at Skyview High School. This has been the Puppy Steps Training Halftime Report. Preston leads 25-19 third quarter. Coming up after the break on the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian Basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Looking for unique ideas to promote your business? How about something for that special gift, celebration, team sport, vacation, or family outing? DeMarie's Vinyl Designs can design and produce items for any occasion, male or female, with the highest quality merchandise and procedures that will not fade, peel, or wear out. Check out her store on Etsy at etsy.com/shop/DeMarie's Vinyl Designs.
All right, third quarter. Preston leads by 6 to start the third, 25-19. One other score to pass along that we had here, Lyle, that came across. Bonneville leading Blackfoot by 5 at halftime, 29-24.
Yeah, that district up there, of course, Hillcrest will be the favorite to make it to state out of that district, but who else makes it? Could be anybody's guess. Blackfoot, Shelley, whoever it might be.
It's got to be a good one indeed, and nonetheless. So here we go. We'll start the third quarter, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts Car Quest at 17 South State Street in Preston. As it comes to Gonzalez, he'll turn, he'll give it to Payne. Hand it back to Gillespie, a 3 from straight away. That's no good. As a rebound for a foul from behind by Gonzalez as he tried to strip the rebound ball away from Schumann. As to be his first foul, first quickly here, just 14 seconds into the quarter against the Diamondbacks.
The Indians come out with their normal starting 5 here to start the second half.
Schumann, top of the key. As Harris comes to get it with his 3 fouls as he starts the third quarter. Knocked away. Here comes Blackhawk again, a bit of the front court. Look out, spin it up and in. Nice play by Gonzalez for his first points of the game, but look out, it's only a 4-point game. 25-21. Jones gives it back to Schumann. Back to Larson, back to the top of the key. As it's Payne really trying to get physical and step in front of Harris, but he'll draw the foul. That's his second, team's second. Foul on the floor, so the ball will belong to the Indians out of bounds as Schumann will bring it in from the baseline front court. Bounce it inside to Harris. Turn, fall away jumper in the paint is good.
I think the Indians need to get Harris going inside here in the second half.
He has only 5 points, and the lead back out to 6. Spencer Payne, turnaround jumper from 13, a little bit wild as Knapp able to grab that rebound, gives it off to Harris. Here comes Cruz back up to the front court. Wants to crisscross with Larson. Now skip the ball back to Jones. Back out to Larson. Back to Jones again, who was scoreless in the first half. Back to Harris on the right side. Back to Jones. High pass. It goes off his hands and out of bounds.
They had Knapp underneath. They just couldn't find him there. And instead of passing to the closer man, like I said, it's a skip pass. You have to throw so high it goes out of bounds.
I don't like that skip pass across the top of the defense.
Yeah, it's not successful all that often.
Gonzalez almost lost it as boy, double dribble there a little bit.
Unless the defender touched it, that should have been a double dribble.
Gunter has it, gives it back to Blackhawk. Back to Gonzalez. Drives the baseline against Jones. His shot goes off the bottom of the iron. Ball still loose, picked up by Blackhawk. He has it in the paint, elevates, and he's fouled going up. So Elias Blackhawk is going to go to the free throw line. His foul is going to go against Titan Knapp. That's his second. As Blackhawk now at the free throw line. Preston's lead is 6. Just what it was at the halftime break. And the first shot here by Blackhawk is good. Tonight's game brought to you by Naylor Insurance. For home, health, life, and autos, stop by Naylor Insurance to find out how much you can save at 223 North State Street in Preston. Elias back to the free throw line again. Blackhawk's second shot is good again. So he has 11 in the game, cuts the lead back down to 4 as they get it back to Harris. Up in the front court, he'll give it to Jones, to Schumann. As boy, the defense is very active now for Century. Back to Schumann, has it in the left corner. Inside, boy, poked away again as they got a hand on it. Quickly up the floor, here comes Gonzalez, high off the glass, no good. Poked forward, it comes to Jones. Ahead to Larson, back to Harris, all the way, laid up, no good. Got all kinds of contact underneath as Gunter was underneath Harris and they didn't make a call. It was back to Payne. That's no good. Rebound comes off to Wilkins and it's an air ball. Now we call a foul. As the foul will go against Spencer Payne. That's going to be his third of the quarter against the Diamondbacks. As Adamson's going to come in. Do you think that should have been a foul when the guy would get underneath Harris up in the air?
Yeah, he certainly wasn't set, and I guess they thought it was incidental contact. There was contact, though, and Harris with both hands up above the rim got interfered with and couldn't put it in.
Interesting call. So here's Jones back up to the front court, 5:25 to play, down low to Knapp as Adamson comes over and draws the foul on the bucket by Knapp. That's 4 on the Diamondbacks here in the quarter. They're out of fouls with 5:23 to play. Adamson draws the foul, his second. And Titan Knapp will go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play, which he does. Titans got 7, and the lead back out to 7 here for the Indians as they show full court press. Gonzalez up into the front court. Pulls up from the left elbow and hits it.
Nobody stopped the ball. He pulled up about 12 feet.
Gonzalez with 4. Jones will bring it back across the timeline. Just over 5 minutes to play here in the third. Preston's lead 30-25. Inside, Larson, 15-foot jumper, needs the bounce, won't get it. Saved on the floor by Knapp. It comes back to Jones, looking for his first points of the game. That's no good. Wilkinson has the rebound inside of Knapp. Gives it off to Gonzalez, quickly back up the floor. Whip it back down, nobody there. Wilkinson looked like he was going to post up, and Gonzalez threw it to where he thought he was going to go.
Yeah, had Wilkinson take one step forward, the pass would have hit him in the hands for an easy layup, but Indians catch a break there.
So Jones back up in the front court. He'll give it to Schumann. Schumann, top of the key, holds it there. In the right corner, he comes to Harris. He'll hold it up in that night air. Going to get wet holding up that high. Back to Harris, now back to Jones again on that dangerous skip pass. Back to Schumann. Comes across the free throw line. He tries to go up, lost the ball, but then he was fouled trying to get it back. And the next foul again is going to go on Adamson. That's 3 on him. And they're out of fouls. That's going to send Schumann to the free throw line.
Adamson, one of their taller players, about 6'4"-ish.
Billings and Gillespie will be back in here as soon as Schumann shoots his first free throw. As Jake with 4 points, now make it 5 as he makes the front end of the pair. Tonight's game brought to you by West Motors. They are your only stop that you need to make for new or used cars, both in Preston and in Logan. So Schumann will go back to the free throw line to shoot the second. Second one is good again. Schumann makes them both. He has 6, and it's 32-25. The lead back to 7 again. Blackhawk kind of stuck in the back court. Now he gets the ball up in the front court. Comes to Wilkinson. Wants to drive baseline, and a blocking foul against Knapp. Titans got 3.
Titan was there. He was in the right position. He just didn't keep his feet on the floor and hold his set position.
Winder's going to come back in. Moffitt coming back over the scorer's table here as well. As I was wondering why they sent Winder in before the first of 2 free throws, but they did.
Well, have him come back out.
So now come back and do it again here in just a second as soon as Wilkinson shoots the first free throw. So here's the sophomore Jordan Wilkinson at the line. The first one is good. Gives him 7 in the game. Knapp and Schumann leave.
Knapp having a fine game for the Indians, Dan. I've got him with 8 rebounds to go with his 7 points. Very productive here for Titan Knapp.
Wilkinson back to the line again, trying to cut that lead back down to 5 again, and he does. Wilkinson with 8 as he makes both free throws. 32-27, 4:10 to play here in the third. Jones up into the front court. Moffitt harassed there as Blackhawk pokes it away from him, but he'll stay with the Indians.
Yeah, again, a little bit of a lazy pass. It was not crisp. You got to come meet the ball if you're the receiving person, and the thrower's got to throw a crisp pass.
That game coming up Friday night between Century and Pocatello for Century's senior night will be very interesting. As it comes back to Moffitt in the right corner, back out top to Jones. Drew holds it there, comes back to Moffitt again, holds it up on top of his head. Back inside to Larson, now back to Moffitt. 3 is going to be too strong as Harris tries to chase it down, tries to throw it off his man. It comes to Moffitt, and it rolled in and then spun out.
Great hustle play by Harris. Save it as it goes out of bounds.
Foul's going to go on Billings. And Moffitt, who can't believe that didn't stay in, will now go to the free throw line to shoot 2 with 3:40 to play in the quarter.
Yeah, it did everything but roll in.
First free throw is good. Franklin County Medical Center is your finest place to go for care anywhere within the Cache Valley. Stop in at Franklin County Medical Center here in Preston. Moffitt, his second free throw is good again. Moffitt's got 8, 34-27. The lead back to 7 again as Gillespie's going to come out. And now Blackhawk will bring the ball up the floor. Preston, a little bit of a zone defense. They show like a 1-2-2 here as shooting inside. Wilkinson, no good, gets his own rebound again. Up high is Harris, goaltending.
Probably goal 10.
Was on its way down. Harris went up high to get it. But it'll be a goaltending violation. Give the points to Wilkinson. 34-29. 3:20 to play in the third as Jones back up into the front court. Preston still not very crisp offensively. They only have 9 points here in the quarter. Schumann to Winder as Winder fouled as he received the pass. But they're already out of fouls, so it's going to send him back to the free throw line as Adrian Gonzalez called for the foul. That's his second. And now Carson Winder will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, looking for his first points this evening from the line here.
Had a great night the other night against Pocatello where he had 7 as he misses the free throw here.
Yeah, a little short. Got to get a little more legs underneath it.
3:08 to play. As he makes the second, he'll finally get on the score sheet tonight with his first point of the game. As Deck will back down into the corners. Billings has it there. Back out top to Blackhawk. Over on the far side, Gonzalez a three and hits it. Gonzalez with 7, and the lead is down to 3, 35-32. That's the closest they've been since very early on. Schumann, free throw line extended right. Now back over, Larson from the left side hits the three. His first points of the second half, and Preston wants a timeout. 2:33 to play here in the third. 38-32, Preston has the lead, and this is a full timeout brought to you by Magnolia Road. Remember, ladies, you can go in and check out their selections available in most sizes. It's Magnolia Road at 12 North State Street in Preston. This is a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
Well, Lyle, Preston jumped out to that early 6-0 lead, and Century is able to whittle the lead back down to 6. They've had it as low as 3.
Yeah, and really only 3 guys are really scoring much at all for Century. You look at the board, you've got Wilkinson, Blackhawk, and Gonzalez with 28 of their 32 points with those 3 guys. So, focus in on the guys who can hurt you if you're Preston, and then, try to run your stuff in a little more determined, crisp manner on offense.
2:30 to play here in quarter number 3 as Blackhawk brings it back up into the front court. Gives it off to Gonzalez. Back across the top of the key, gets bodied up by Jones, back to Blackhawk. Free throw line extended right, it comes back to Wilkinson. He'll give it back to Gillespie. He'll hold it there, he'll launch a long 3, no good. Jones has the rebound there for the Indians. Weaves his way through traffic, comes back up into the front court. He'll hesitate, now want to drive and a reach-in foul. It's going to go against Gillespie, and that's 4 on him. Century long out of foul, so Drew Jones will go back to the free throw line as Drew will go looking for his first points tonight. And the first one here is good. As Bradley Gunter back into the game here for the Diamondbacks. As Gillespie with his 4 fouls goes to the bench. Jones, second free throw, rattles around and falls in. Drew's got 2.
Yeah, good shooter's touch on that one. Let's see if that'll get Drew going a little bit, see the ball go through the basket.
We go under 2 minutes to play in the quarter. 40-32, Preston leads by 8. Swing it back over to Blackhawk on the left side. Down low to Gonzalez, who tries to spin in the paint. Yeah, that's a travel. That's a good call.
Second one tonight he's been called for. He can't believe it. I thought it was a fairly obvious travel, but
he didn't put the ball on the floor. He jumped, landed, then dribbled. That's a travel. Jones has it back in the front court for the Indians. 1:39 to play in the quarter. Schumann, Jones back over to Moffitt in the left corner. He'll hold it there. Back down low as it comes back into Larson on a great feed from Winder for the hoop.
Larson running the baseline effectively there.
Larson's got 13. Preston's lead back to 10 again with a couple of quick hoops. Back out top as it comes to Gunter. Back to Wilkinson. Holds, doesn't take the 3. He'll give it back to Blackhawk again, who will now look down the right side as the clock runs all the way back down to 1:03 to play in the quarter. Wilkinson, top of the key, back to Blackhawk. Shoots over Moffitt. Moffitt able to block it and then take it away, and the foul on Moffitt. Or no, foul on Blackhawk after the steal.
Yeah, it's hard to block a jump shooter 15 feet away from the basket. Moffitt did it cleanly. Good defense.
Good defense, and Preston's going to get more free throws out of this. Remember, Century was out of fouls with about 5 minutes to play in the quarter, and Preston's made full opportunity of it.
Yeah, that's been big here in this third quarter.
So here's Moffitt back to the free throw line. He'll shoot 2. He's got 8 in the game. Preston leading by 10 with under a minute to play here in the third quarter. And the first one here by Moffitt is no good, just a little bit short. Tonight's game brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. Schumann comes out. I think it was Larson who came back in, wasn't it?
Or Harris.
Or Harris was it? Okay. As the free throw good by Moffitt. Gives him a total of 9 in the game. And Preston's lead is 11 with 50 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Back out top to Wilkinson. Blackhawk, free throw line extended left. He holds it there. Gunter has it top of the key, gives it back to Wilkinson, drives the baseline, shoots over the top of Winder, no good. Winder pulls down the rebound. Here comes Jones with the shot clock and the game clock almost identical. So we'll watch the game clock. There's 25 seconds left there. Harris holds it, free throw line extended left. Skip pass comes back to Jones for 3. Good! You called it. Boy, the free throws really helped his rhythm.
Yeah, he looked good and confident stepping into that one.
So here's Blackhawk, shoots for a 3 with 3 seconds left in the quarter. Pulled down by Winder, gives it to Harris, and the quarter will lead with Preston edging that lead all the way back out again as they'll lead by 14 going to the fourth quarter. 46-32, Preston leads. We'll go to the fourth on a Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball. We'll be right back.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
Hey Preston, looking for a cool spot to chill and grab some awesome food? Head to the Hangout at 23 South State Street. We're not just a restaurant, we're your go-to spot to hang with your family and friends. Pool tables, games, great vibes, and the same amazing pizza you loved from the Slice. Swing by the Hangout today.
Protecting buyers and lenders in Cache Valley for over 40 years, Northern Title is the trusted name in the tri-state areas of Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. The staff at Northern Title in Preston protect you from unknown complications like access issues, unpaid taxes, hidden liens, or easement restrictions. Choose the right title company. Choose to close with Northern Title of Preston. Good deeds done daily. Call today at 208-852-5700.
We'll go to the fourth quarter. Lyle, got any new scores?
Yeah, Blackfoot now leads Bonneville at the end of 3, 48-45. And in that same district, at half, Shelley up 41-28 over Skyline.
Wow. Here at Preston Gym, we'll start the fourth quarter. Preston leads 46-32 after a 21-point third for the Indians. As it comes to Schumann, dropped it off his foot. He's got to go get it. Gillespie back in the game with his 4 fouls to start the fourth quarter here for the Diamondbacks. As they settle into a 2-3 zone, make Preston shoot over the top of it. Bad pass, finds its way to Schumann, now to Winder. Winder in the paint, had it knocked away. Here comes Gonzalez back up the floor. As he comes up the floor with Gillespie, he'll pull up the 3 of his own from the left side as an air ball, pulled down by Moffitt. As he'll give it ahead to Harris, back up the other way. Harris weaves his way through traffic, throws it back outside to Moffitt, now back to Jones. Harris has it in the right corner, drives the baseline. Again, will kick it back outside. Back to Jones again. Lets Gonzalez fly by his 3-pointers and air ball. As Schumann saves it on the floor to Wilkinson, and then Century will come back the other way.
Yeah, too bad. Drew with a great job of resetting, letting the defender fly by, and then just couldn't hit the shot.
Gillespie on the right side wants to drive back to the top of the key. Holds it there. Blackhawk comes to meet the ball. Back on the left side, it comes back to Wilkinson again. Right in front of the Century bench. Gives it back to Payne. Payne driving, shoots over the top.
Travel,
but it's a travel. Tried to shoot over Winder, but Travel getting his feet underneath him.
Yeah, Payne trying to hold down the low post for the Diamondbacks.
Knapp and Larson back into the game. Winder and Moffitt leave here for the Indians. 6:43 to play here in the game in regulation. Preston leads 46-32, 14-point lead. Swing it over to to Schumann on the angle left. In the corner, it goes to Larson, back to Schumann. Now they go back to Larson as he tried to break, as he saves it on the floor, but it's picked up there by Payne. Boy, Preston just seems just a little off step in everything they're doing tonight. Here comes Schumann, back up the floor, all the way, reverse layup is good.
Boy, that was pretty. He took an angle to the left side of the rim and then put it back up with the right hand. Nice basket.
Schumann's got 8. Preston's streak of 20 straight games with 2 players in double figures and a little bit of jeopardy as Payne gets his own rebound and puts it back in. Payne's got 4. I say that, but it's not really. I mean, they got several players who have 8 and 9 points.
Yeah, right. Knocking on the door.
We mentioned that to Jones in the pregame show, and he didn't realize that, I don't think. The one I forgot to mention to him is they have 4 games with 4 different players with double-figure points. As it comes back to Jones from along the right baseline is good.
Good pump fake and hard dribble to the right for Drew.
Jones with 7 now in the game. It's 50-34, 5:15 to play, I should say. As Payne gives it back outside to Gillespie. Gillespie will give it back to Blackhawk. Blackhawk again will bring it back down the left side. Dribbles against Schumann. Can't get a shot off. Gives it back to Gillespie. Gillespie crosses over and then reach in foul on Schumann.
Yeah, he got the wrist, I think, there.
That's 3 on Jake.
Or 4. They got him 4. Huh, interesting.
They do. Okay. So Jake Schumann will come out now with 4 fouls. Let me update my sheet here because I only had him with 3.
Yeah, Case and Bryce will come in for him.
Bryce back in. Picks up a Blackhawk. Wants to drive down the middle. Tries a little scoop shot around Bryce, and it goes in.
High degree of difficulty on that shot by Blackhawk.
That's 13 for Blackhawk. He had 15 in the first meeting against the Indians this year. 50-36. 4:35 to play. Bryce has it, holds it up in the air. Comes back to Jones. Right corner, it goes to Larson. To Harris. Try to force it back inside. Again, that ball tipped as they try to get it inside to Knapp. They'll play catch with it outside again as it comes back to Larson. He'll line up a 3. No good. As Knapp had it. Couldn't control it. Knapp got it back outside. Back to Larson. Drives down low. That's no good. Titan has that rebound and puts it in. Titans got 9. 52-36. As we approach 4 minutes to the left here in the 4th quarter tonight from here at Preston Gym. Gonzalez, top of the key, swing it back all the way back down low as it comes back to Payne. They'll turn in the paint, and that's no good. Titan there to pull the rebound down. Gives it ahead to Jones, back up into the front court. Jones holds it there. Looks at a 3, doesn't take it, now wants to get rid of it. They'll give it back to Bryce, who gives it back to Jones. Jones comes around the screen, look out, and an illegal screen against Larson. Interesting call.
Well, yeah, the Indians don't need to be in a hurry on offense and get off a shot early in the shot clock when you're winning. You know, you milk it a little bit.
Right.
You still need to be in attack mode. You're always in attack mode, hopefully.
16-point lead for the Indians, 52-36. As comes to Gunter on the right side. Give it back to Adamson for a 3. That's no good. Jones tapped it, but then he tapped it out of bounds. So Preston will be off until next Thursday, a week from tomorrow.
Yeah, Pocatello and Century will meet next Tuesday, I assume.
I would think so. That would be game 1 of the conference tournament. If you want to go to that, that would be at the pit. As driving offensive foul, as a charge foul called against Adamson. That's going to be 4 on him.
Yeah, Larson called for it on the other end. He was the victim of it that time.
First team foul against Century. So it comes back to Bryce. Back across the top of the key. 3 minutes to play in regulation here this evening. Jones has it in the right corner. He'll pull it back out of the corner and let the clock run. As he'll give it back to Larson. Free throw line extended right. Now back to Jones, back to Larson. Look inside. They can't hardly penetrate that tough zone defense. As it comes back to Harris inside. Fall away jumper needs a bounce, won't get it. Still loose down low, and it's going to stay with the Indians, as I think it was off of Wilkinson.
Yeah, that's just Harris's fourth field goal attempt of the night. He hasn't really had a chance to get untracked and get in any kind of rhythm offensively.
Here's the interesting thing. Century is getting a pretty good education on how they can play zone defense against the Indians. The bad part is they're probably not going to get another chance to face the Indians this year. 2.5 to play. Still a 16-point lead for the Indians, 52-36. Harris at left elbow rather, gives it to Larson. Dribbles down, now fall away jumper from the right side is good. Larson's got 15.
Yeah, using his size and his leaping ability, just go up and get his shot in the middle of the key there.
Still only one Indian in double figures tonight as Wilkinson has it in the paint, almost ran over. Knapp didn't get a call as the shot was no good. Rebound is off to Bryce with 2 minutes to play. They'll get back up into the front court. Jones, top of the key, gives it back to Bryce. Look inside, nothing there. Harris, skip pass back to Jones. He'll look at a three. Short, needs a bounce a couple of times off the iron. Bryce puts it back up. That's no good. Rebound is off to Adamson. As here comes Gonzalez again back up the floor. 1:35 to play in the game. As swing it back inside. Adamson has it. It's stripped and a foul.
Looks like Coach Jones is going to get his other seniors back in to finish. Moffitt and Winder waiting at the score table.
Cason Bryce called for the foul. That'll be his first. That's going to send Adamson to the free throw line. Adamson with 4 points tonight. Free throw is no good. That exactly matches what he had in the first game against the Indians. Schumann, Moffitt, and Winder back in. Knapp, Jones, and Larson all leave.
So I guess not just getting the seniors in. I thought maybe that was the case, but
here's the next shot by Adamson. That's no good. So with a minute and a half to play, now it really looks like that string of games of two or more players in double figures is now really in jeopardy as they've taken all their scores out of the game. Harris, who has only 5 points in the game, has it down low, thrown away, knocked away by the Diamondbacks. Here comes Blackhawk back up the floor, put it up and in. Blackhawks got 15, and it's 54-38 with a minute to play. Schumann looks inside. Inside it comes to Harris just outside the lane. Skip pass back to Bryce. Get it back down low. Try to get it to Winder, and again it's knocked away. They can't penetrate that zone defense, whatever they do. And a foul on Bryce.
Yeah, you like the unselfishness of trying to make that pass, but boy, the Diamondbacks have sure got a lot of steals tonight. They've knocked a lot away. They've deflected a lot and got a lot of steals.
And for whatever reason, Preston has tried to penetrate that zone defense. They're a very good shooting team, and they've gone away completely from trying to shoot over the top of it.
Yeah, and our perimeter guys have a size advantage on the perimeter too, which helps get their shots off more cleanly, or should.
54-38, 40 seconds to play. Blackhawk driving all the way. Offense, nope, foul. Traveling violation against Blackhawk. No basket with 35 seconds left. If anybody's going to reach 10 points, it's Moffitt.
Yeah.
Moffitt's got 9 in the game. Yes, you got to try to see if you can get him a shot. 20 seconds to play. They'll hold on to it. In fact, they're just going to let the clock run out as the shot clock and game clock are almost identical again. As Schumann will hold on to it. They'll give it back to Bryce. And Preston's just going to let the clock run out. 54-38. Give it back to Schumann with just a second or two to go in the game as the clock runs out right at the end of the shot clock. So Preston wins it 54-38, the final here tonight, as Preston doesn't have the big second and third quarters they had the other night against Pocatello, where they scored 45 points through the middle of the game. No. But they were able to pick up another victory here tonight to improve their record to 17-4, and they go clean sheet in the district this year as they win all 4 district games. They're 4-0 in district play as they sweep both Pocatello and Century.
Yeah, I thought the Indians played hard tonight. I mean, we talked about the turnovers, but the bottom line is they come away with a 16-point win over a district rival, so really not a lot to complain about in the big picture, but things the coaches can teach on when they look at the film with their team and get ready for the district tournament.
54-38 the final. Stay tuned for the postgame show. It's coming up on the Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Today's game is brought to you by Beckstead Real Estate, the real estate experts for Franklin County and beyond. Day Mountain Ranch, relax, retreat, recharge. Crumble Cookies, bringing friends and family together over the world's best cookies. Magnolia Road, ladies, stop in and update your wardrobe today. Puppy Steps Training, Northern Utah and Southern Idaho's premier board and puppy training facility since 2011. Butterfly Express Essential Oils in Clifton, where quality doesn't have to be expensive. West Motors, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and surrounding communities since 1925. Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. I Care for You, not just a name, but a commitment. Franklin County Medical Center, with the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Preston Auto Parts Car Quest, we have all the parts you need to keep your car running strong. Naylor Insurance, your local agent for home, health, life, and auto. North Stars Ultimate Outdoors, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at North Stars Ultimate Outdoors in Preston. Evergreen Financial Partners, when planning your future, trust the experts at Evergreen Financial Partners in Preston and now in Pocatello. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency today. Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. And by Papa J's Deli and Jerky in Clifton. Now, stay tuned. The Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming up next.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
Discover your ultimate escape at Day Mountain Ranch. Come enjoy our upscale lodges, perfect for family reunions and corporate retreats. Unwind, bond, and make memories that last in one of our luxury cabins. Host your dream wedding on our secluded property, perfect with a captivating nature backdrop. Or join our gun club. Rent or bring your own firearms and master your skills in private classes or dynamic group sessions at our premier state-of-the-art private gun range up to 2,200 yards. Your outdoor adventure and retreat begins at Day Mountain Ranch, 77 South Spring Creek Road, Preston, Idaho. Reserve your spot now at dmrresort.com.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837.
Well, it's a happy group here at Preston Gym as the Indians pick up a victory here tonight. But I hope we get a chance to talk to Coach Jones or not, because it wasn't very pretty.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot for the Indians to take away in terms of things we could work on or improve. That's not to take away from Century. They play good sticky defense. They really do. They just lack some offensive firepower, I think, this year, the Century Diamondbacks. But a good defensive team, but Preston could play better on offense than they did tonight for sure.
Preston had a hard time they started quickly. Once Century went to that zone defense, they had a very difficult time getting the ball inside.
Yeah, they started off, Preston did, hitting those threes, and when that cooled off, they were not able to penetrate the zone by passing as they normally would. Those little pocket passes just weren't there. Century stepping in and stealing those. Of course, the teams know each other very well. Right. The coaches know each other. They know what we're trying to run. We know what they're trying to run, and so Century anticipating a lot of those set plays and able to step in and grab some steals.
But what that zone defense did was took Preston away from, for whatever reason, from trying to shoot over the top of the defense and try to get inside, get layups, and that became very difficult.
Yeah, I thought Preston could have done a better job tonight, like say working the ball into the post and using the size and athletic advantage closer to the rim to get some easier shots inside.
But they got off to the fast start. You know, they came out, the four seniors plus Reggie Larson, who started the game. They got off to a very quick start. They scored 16 points in the first quarter, and it led all the way through, really. Yeah. But still, it was offensively a difficult night.
Yeah, other than that third quarter, the Indians put up 21 points in that third, and so that really gave them that big cushion they needed to handle things in the fourth. But, in credit Century, they kept playing hard and kept stealing the ball the whole time. But, the Indians, ultimately get the win here. Nice win on senior night, and they can now turn their attention fully to the district tournament.
Right. So Century finishes, I take that back. They still have one more game to go. They are now 5-15 overall on the year. They have one more game at home. That comes up on Friday night, senior night, as they'll have to take on the Pocatello Thunder. And ironically, the way it works out, they'll play Pocatello twice in 4 days.
Yeah, they'll finish off the regular season, then they will play game one of the district tournament. Will be Pocatello and Century. Preston gets the winner. And as we've talked about with the home court advantage, Preston will get them here at home in Preston Gym.
The post-game show brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Call for more information at 435-232-1837. We'll come back. We'll look at the numbers from the game tonight. We'll do that as we continue on the post-game show coming up on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
All right, let's take a look at the way that the stats finished up tonight here in the game, as the numbers brought to you by Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency. Don't leave the things that matter to you to chance. Call Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, at 208-852-2364, or stop by the office at 33 South, 1st East in Preston. I don't know why I can't remember their address all of a sudden. All right, in the game tonight for the Century Diamondbacks, it was Jordan Wilkinson with a great game. He finished up tonight with 10. Elias Blackhawk had 15, which matched his output in the first game this year against the Indians. Bentley Gunther did not score. Spencer Payne finished with 4. Zach Gillespie, who didn't have foul trouble all night, he also did not score tonight, but he had 4 fouls in the game. Kevin Adamson had 4, and it was 7 points overall tonight for Adrian Gonzalez.
Yeah, looking at the Indians, Dan, tonight, the streak has been broken of having 2 players in double figures, but good balanced scoring nonetheless. We'll start with the team totals. The Indians go 11 for 20 on twos, so that's a good field goal percentage. 7 for 21 on threes, hitting 33% there, and 10 for 13 from the line. Interesting to me that the Indians took 1 more three-pointer than they did 2-pointers against a team that they maybe had advantage inside on. In terms of individual scoring, Cruz Harris, 5 points tonight. He goes 1 for 4 on twos, 1 for 2 on threes, did not attempt a free throw. Drew Jones, 7 points. He goes 1 for 1 on twos, 1 for 5 on threes, and 2 for 2 from the line. Titan Knapp, 9 points. He goes 3 for 4, and then also 3 for 4 from the line. I had Knapp with 10 rebounds tonight, so just 1 point shy of a double-double, at least by my stats here tonight. Jake Schumann with 8. He went 3 for 3 from the field and 2 for 2 from the line. Did not miss a shot tonight. Very efficient for Jake Schumann on those 8 points. Reggie Larson, 15. He goes 3 for 3 on twos, 3 for 8 on threes. And Coulter Moffitt contributed 8 points. He got the start tonight on senior night. He goes 2 for 5 on threes and 2 for 3 from the line. And Carson Winder also got the start on senior night. He went 0 for 4 and 1 for 2 from the line for 1. Cason Bryce played and did not score. So for the Indians lead 16-5 at the end of 1 and 25-19 at half. Big third quarter, they go up 46-32 at the end of 3, and then they finish off with a 54-38 win to finish out the regular season for these Preston Indians.
Well, we mentioned it a couple of times. Let's get the numbers officially right for you. Up until tonight, Preston had 20 straight games where they had 2 or more players score in double figures on the year. They had 10 games where they had 3 or more players reach double figures, and in 3 games this year, they had 4 players score double figures in a game. But that all came to an end here tonight, as only one, Reggie Larson, ended up with double figures scoring tonight here at Preston Gym, as Preston wins it 54-38. Haven't seen any players. Now they're finally starting to come out. Tell you what, let's take a quick break, see if we get a chance to talk to Coach Jones, as we'll come back and here in about 2 minutes and see if we can talk to the coach on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Group presentation of Preston Indian basketball on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
The greatest of life's moments can pass in the blink of an eye. Make sure you enjoy them with clear vision. The optometrists at Eye Care For You have been serving patients in Cache Valley and Preston for 43 years. As a full-service optical store, you'll find glasses, contacts, and professional eye health and vision exams. Doctors Philip Cromwell, Jeff Cromwell, and Lance Henderson are committed to providing you with professional care for your vision. Call today to schedule an appointment in Preston or Logan. Eye Care For You. Not just a name, but a commitment.
All right, welcome back here to Preston Gym, as we are pleased once again to be joined by Coach Tyler Jones with us here on the postgame show here tonight. You end up pulling out the win, but it was a difficult win to get tonight.
Yeah, no, credit Century. They came to play tonight. They battled. They came. They were physical and hungry, and it's always a tough night. Senior night and all the emotions and all that, but they came, they played harder than we did. We struggled tonight. We weren't real focused, and it was not our best performance, I guess is the best way to say it.
What was it about that zone defense that made it so difficult?
They were extended out and did a good job taking away the inside, and we came out and shot a lot of three-pointers, and problem, we hit a couple early, so then that's all we wanted to do was keep shooting them, but you got to be able to get the ball inside, and then normally if you make 3 or 4 passes or you get an inside touch and then a kick out, your percentages go up. But they did a good job and they stayed in it, and we struggled with it all night. And then just our passing, we just weren't crisp. Lots of turnovers, unforced turnovers, and just was one of those nights that we struggled.
Yeah, one of the bright spots, I thought, again, a really good rebounding night out of your post guys. I had Titan with 10 rebounds and Winder with 6, so about 16 boards out of your low post guys. That really speaks well for their effort on the boards tonight.
Yeah, that was a positive. We're looking for some positives, and no, I agree. The rebounds, we won the rebound battle tonight, and Titan had double digits, which is great, and we need that. It's tough, too. You play one game last week. You just sit around one game this week, and now we're going to sit a whole nother 8 more days before next week, and you're practicing, and this time of year, it's nice to be playing games too to stay sharp. But it's a situation we're in now. If you'd told me we'd be the 1 seed, we'd take that, and we're at home, and it'd be nice to get focused now and turn the page. Everybody's 0-0, and now it really matters. So we got to be sharp and focused and really be able to execute.
I joked when he came up here. I jokingly said, "I'm sorry, I jinxed us." I mentioned the 20 straight games with at least 2 players in double figures. That came to an end tonight as Larson with his night was the only guy who reached double figures tonight.
Yeah, we didn't get many to fall through that hoop tonight, so points were tough to come by. But no, these kids, you could tell, and you throw off your rhythm, your rotations, whatever. 20 games a year, we started the same lineup. Tonight, you switch that in, and it happens every year, and it's always a tough night you're playing, and it's exciting for them, but at the same time, we got to focus on what's at hand and what we have coming up next week.
As we come to the end of the season here, everybody doing okay health-wise? You know, sometimes people get kind of dinged up as they go throughout the year. Everyone doing okay going into districts?
Yeah, I mean, we've been fortunate this season. Nothing real serious, and now we got a few days to rest up too, and we'll see who we play for sure. They played Tuesday night, but really we're healthy. Had a little sickness again this week come through, but nothing serious. So
you talked about having all the days off. Do you continue with that? Do you pick up the pace a little bit in practice to try to keep things a little bit sharper? How do you go about this next week?
Yeah, I mean, this time of year we try to shorten our practices. We want to be productive and sharp and really focused, dialed in, but instead of 2 hours, we try to go an hour and a half just to. And now you have a few less kids at practice with the JV finishing, and so they get more reps and stuff. It's good to be able to focus on just them and trying to keep them focused and all that. But we're excited, and we're in a great spot, and that's where the fun begins, like we talked about. Now everybody's 0-0, and you gotta come ready next week.
Well, we'll let you get to the family. I know you got a bunch of folks here watching Drew on senior night, so we thank you for coming out. Congratulations! You win your 17th of the year.
No, it's been a great season. We just got to keep it going now.
Thank you. We'll see you again coming up next week. Before we get out of here, Lyle, let's get a final thought or two out of you.
Yeah, so you play all year to be in this position, right? I mean, with this Indian team and success they've had, not only under Coach Jones, but 10 state championships overall in the program history. And certainly Coach Jones has been a big part of that. But, this is a program that wants to be going to state. That's one of those measuring sticks. These kids have not gone the last 2 years. And so, now you got your chance, right? You're hosting the district tournament, have that home court advantage. And, I think you got to ratchet up the intensity another level, certainly from what we saw here tonight to beat Pocatello again in the district tournament.
Well, it's a few days away, but we'll see you next Thursday.
Yeah, can't wait. We'll do it.
That's the next game for the Indians, as they'll be back on the floor here next Thursday night for Game 2 of the district tournament, as they'll take on either this Century team or Pocatello, whoever wins the first game of the district tournament next Tuesday night to be played at the Pit in Pocatello. Our next broadcast comes up tomorrow night as the Lady Indians are back in district play, as they'll take on the ladies from Pocatello tomorrow night in the new gym at Pocatello High School, in a must-win situation for them as they face elimination coming up tomorrow night unless they win. Pregame show tomorrow night just after 6:30 with a tip-off at 7. That'll wrap up our coverage for tonight. The executive producer of KACH Radio Sports is Val Cook. Our associate producer is Cody Olson. The studio coordinator tonight has been John Beverly. Our stage manager tonight has been Don Hubbard. As a reminder, we'll give you the final score one more time as Preston beats Century 54-38. For Lyle Fuller, I'm Dan Hubbard saying thanks for joining us here tonight on this Bailey Beckstead Real Estate Team presentation of Preston Indian basketball on KACH, on MyLocalRadio.com, and on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll talk to you again coming up tomorrow night from Pocatello.
Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.